pass already try. Oh, beautiful counter to the takedown. Thank you for joining us tonight.
A disadvantage to Zayef, but then he...
Waiting too much on Trixie. Nice shooting, but turning.
Watching on Twitch, watching on YouTube, watching from around the world tonight. I know the UFC isn't on right now, but guess what? The virtual octagon is here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESFL Gaming Network for IXC 11. Bone doing work versus AJ The Pug contesting for the inaugural IXC Openweight Championship fight. Joining me in the booth today is, as always, Bruce Lee. Rob, how we doing?
Yo, we're doing good. Came off a great card yesterday, and now we're here with you again, Bane. And my first time here in the IXC. I'm very excited to be here, and I can't wait to see some fights.
Me neither, and a lot of these names I have to recognize from several other leagues on the scene. Maddie D and Tabarik, those guys are well-known seasoned veterans. Few of the aggro boys, Mystic Mac, Dovah representing, and Milky Joe. Have to think Milky Joe is going to make a big performance in that co-main event of the evening. Any names that are standing out to you, Rob?
Yeah, you know, the main event, I've seen Bone doing work a couple of times, and he's a very talented fighter, 4-0 right now in the IXC. The Milky Joe, you know, I told you earlier, I never heard of the Milky Joe. I've only eaten a Sloppy Joe, so I'm excited to see what the Milky Joe is going to, you know, bring to the table, and I can't wait to see all these cards. And, yeah, EK Warbzy, so many good, talented fighters tonight, Bane.
Excited for it. And I will say a couple behind the scenes note, or the scouting report that we're getting into is like it's much more of a breakdown than we typically get, Rob. It's a lot more detail, so we're gonna get to know these fighters very well as the night continues. But starting things off, Bugsy versus AJ's KB King. First fight of the evening, we'll say Bugsy 3-0 in IXC and ESFL events if he is able to be successful in this one. Says that this fight's going to be easy work. A lot of confidence for Bugsy. AJ's KB King saying that he's here to beat the best, and he's got nothing to say apart from the ESFL boys. We'll be seeing him soon, so each guy's really confident, Rob.
Yeah, looks like it. Both guys 0-0. Looks like they're making their IXC debut. And I've seen Bugsy a couple of times in a notorious figure in the ESFL, so it looks like he's trying to, you know, make his rise back through, you know, the IXC and maybe get back to the bright lights of the Esports Fight League someday, Bane. Let's see how it goes.
Say one interesting fact about Bugsy is that he was originally a PlayStation player on the PS4 before transitioning over to Microsoft's own console. Now been in IXC for about a year, which I like to think is interesting, right? Anytime you have experience on both consoles, you have to think, Rob, that can only help a competitor.
Very, very true, man. You get to see, you know, a bunch of different competition from both sides, and it gives you a lot of reps. And when you have a lot of reps, you get, you know, comfortable on those sticks. And I couldn't agree more with you, sir.
Love that we've got this outside venue for this one. IXC 11 underway. Bugsy versus AJ's KB King. Let's see who gets to go 1-0 in the promotion. Dustin the Diamond Poirier in the white trunks. Conor McGregor in the black.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're under the bridge right now. This is where the real fights happen. The up-and-comers, Bane.
They're fighting for the reputation, right? They're trying to get into the spotlight. Love that there's no sponsors either on the shorts. It's just the flat trunks themselves. KB King now pressuring heavily, though.
Yeah, he is. And with Dustin Poirier, he's got that power. He's got that speed. He can match Bugsy, but he does got the grappling. But it's Bugsy initiating the takedown, Bane, right into side control.
That is an interesting move when you look at the stats. Conor the notorious McGregor isn't known for the grappling, 3.5 stars overall, 84 takedowns, but making the most of it. Poirier and Sprawl right now does get the get up. No, he does not. Great denial for McGregor.
A great denial, and that's going to allow him to, you know, land some more of these body shots because he's against the cage. He's going to get that free get up. Good job by AJ. And they're going to break, and now he's going to swing, but a beautiful pull counter. Bane, what a shot.
The Diamond ate that one. We all know how vicious the hands are, and you can see Bugsy teeing off, trying to really get creative. Unorthodox striking from the Irishman. Not something we anticipate through 2 minutes, but Bugsy getting comfortable like he said he would, Rob.
Yeah, he's starting to, you know, flow. Good pull counter, gets him to the ground. He's going to stack him, but AJ able to get that push off before, and that's a little bit quicker. He's going to have to deny that next time, Bane, if he wants to, you know, smash his opponent.
AJ's KB King has an IXC vet, been around a long time, was a champ at one point, defended the belt on several occasions, now fighting his way, trying to get back up into the scene. Great slip shot right there from Poirier.
Very, and he's trying to find that target, but look at Bugsy's head movement. He's just diving. Now he's going to say, hey, I'm bowing down to you. He's maybe trying to do some mental warfare. I can't tell. Good body shots, though, by Bugsy. Oh, and the knee. Ooh, he's teeing off. Oh, clips him.
Lead uppercut momentarily knocks down the Louisiana. Bit of gamesmanship from Bugsy now opening up. Interesting move. Anytime that he's got KB King stunned, he wants to throw something big, Rob.
He does. He wants to end the night early. Conor McGregor, that's what you want to do. And again, he's interesting how he's mixing up these takedowns, though. Bugsy pulling out all the stops with Conor McGregor. A little bit uncharacteristic of a Conor McGregor player, Bane, but effective tonight.
Really, yeah, using all the tools in the belt that Bugsy has at his disposal, and that's kind of a perfect time to shoot for a level change, right? When your opponent is coming back from being stunned, concerned about the head, that's when you duck under for the hips. You know, Bugsy riding out this first round with some serious, impressive moves. He said he was going to make it look easy. Through 5 minutes, looking pretty easy for him.
I would say so. I would agree with you, and yeah, just landing good shots. There's some more ground and pound. Oh, he rocks him a little bit right there. Bugsy with a fantastic first round here. AJ really needs to go on that stool, Bane, and figure out some things and make some adjustments.
Gonna have to rally. This is a comeback for the AJ's incumbent, right? Those two knockdowns. Have to think the long-term head health of Dustin the Diamond Poirier could be in trouble. We'll say McGregor 92 recovery. You know, he's not really gonna be coming off the stool with a lot more gas.
He will. He definitely will. So you think Conor McGregor has some gas right now, Bane?
In the tank, Rob, in the tank. Good shots right here from Bugsy inside the pocket. Any time that he's throwing with volume. Oh!
Clipped him, Bane. Oh my goodness, what a shot.
Bugsy looking to punch the ticket deeper into this promotion. If he gets a highlight reel right here, you have to think that journey's going to be a bit quicker.
Oh yeah, no doubt. AJ's a talented guy, and getting a win over him is gonna propel him further in the rankings, and he's stalking him right now, and AJ's trying to find his footing and throw some stationary shots and keep this aggressive Conor at bay.
And you can see, right, KB King's doing some good work. Great slip shot right there.
Clips him.
Bugsy now on the defensive. Talk about a reversal of momentum. Poirier, though, backing up to the center of the octagon, doesn't want to engage too much. KB King, right? He had the moment, but he chose not to capitalize, Rob.
Yeah, he had that moment. That's what he needed, to get a little bit of respect from Bugsy, because Bugsy was just walking him down. You seen Bugsy throwing these, you know, spinning, what do you even call those, Bane? Some spinning capoeira kicks. They're wild, but that's going to waste stamina. He's got to be careful. This fight's not over yet, Bane.
It absolutely is not. And, you know, confidence thing for AJ's KB King. Knocking, or not knocking down, but stunning McGregor. Have to think that now he's got just, you know, he knows that he can stay in the pocket and he has the ability to land. Great takedown defense right there.
Yeah, that's going to tire out his opponent again, but this time the relentlessness, he doubles up on it, gets him down. And it's very interesting that he wants to go to the ground with Conor, because Dustin's pretty good off his back. And he's landing some good shots here.
The rubber guard, obviously the 4-star submissions that the Louisianan has access to, something to think about. But when you look at Bugsy's track record through 9 minutes inside the cage with Poirier, you know, he's done a really good job at denying, controlling. And again, he's the one that's taking it to the mat. So he feels that there's something that he can see that maybe we can't see. Now in top mount with McGregor.
Yeah, on top, this is a dominant position, and there's a good deny there. He's going to try to kick him off, and he successfully does it. Back to the feet they go, but here comes Bugsy again, trying to get that takedown, making the fight a little bit gritty in the clinch. Couple double uppercuts there. Ooh. Good stuff.
Nasty on the inside. Notorious through 10 minutes, has had so much success. But you have to think, right? Moments like that are where AJ's KB King needs to capitalize on.
Yeah, if he slipped that straight kick to the body, and he could have devastated him with the hook, but sometimes it's hard to, you know, realize when you're gonna achieve that. Oh, body hook right there. I feel like the momentum is starting to shift a little bit towards AJ, Bane, but still a close round.
Close round, you know, have to think, right, the damage that Bugsy's done in those second set of 5 minutes with the takedowns. I believe that he's got more volume. I'm sure if we'll see the statistics for the second round. But, I mean, talk about a beautiful shot right there. I've got Bugsy up 2-0. AJ's
Okay.
KB needs a finish in my book.
I would. That's a fair point, definitely. I mean, Bugsy got a rock in that first round, or excuse me, AJ got a rock in that second round, and yeah, he's gonna have to come out and you know, put himself at a little bit of a risk to get this win because he could be down. He's down 2 on your scorecards. Oh, another takedown, Bane.
Not what you want if you're pouring
No.
a great hip toss, a little bit of a judo from McGregor. Like you mentioned, right? This is a usage of the former double champion that traditionally we don't see. A lot of more striking, but Bugsy mixing it up beautifully through 11 minutes.
Yeah, it's working for him. He's doing a good job getting takedowns, getting this top control. You know, he's landing some good shots in that side control position as well, and this is his fight. As long as he controls Mr. Bugsy, or excuse me, as long as he controls AJ, yeah, he should be in a good position here.
AJ's KB King has stated, I'm here to become the best. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could. A lot of mental fortitude coming into this one, but has not really been successful. Rob, do you think that maybe mentally he's broken in this final set of 5 minutes?
You know, I guess we're gonna have to find out. That play right there makes me say no because that was a good sweep, and now he's on top with a good amount of time. He's gonna go ahead and just let the fight go back to the feet, and this is where he's gonna put some pressure on. He does. Oh, but another takedown. Back down to the ground they go, Bane.
Beautiful work by Bugsy in that sequence, backing up in a linear fashion and then just shooting for the hips as Poirier was coming forward. You could see the urgency in AJ's KB King. That's why he stood. That's why he pressed forward in that moment, because he knows he probably needs a finish if he wants to get the hand raised and willing to take risks. And when you take risks, Bugsy shoots under the strikes and gets the takedown now in half guard.
Yeah, another good takedown and back into side control, and the time is ticking north. Out position, you don't really get to see this as much, and he's just gonna chill here, roll over, and there it is. He's still on top, and these body shots are not good in a denial, Bane. Good stuff.
Such control from Bugsy, and you know, when you look at what he said in the scouting report, of course, trying to get the ESFL belt, I mean, that is a very high bar to set, but he's looked really good through the full 3 rounds right here.
He has, and that's motivation, right? To get back to the Esports Fight League, you definitely want this first win. So he's minding his P's and his Q's, and he's doing what he's got to do. And, you know, he's doing a good job here, Bane. Uh-oh.
Oh, good reversal, though.
Yeah. He's trying to get back. Denied. The final
AJ's
40, Bane. It's going to be a bloodbath.
You have to think.
Kick in the shin.
KB King he has to move backwards and get the ref to stand it back up. Right there we go. Some gamesmanship, taunting from Bugsy. Right, he's oozing confidence. He's oozing the suave, charismatic nature inside the octagon. Have to think this one's all but curtains for KB King.
I would think so, and that was a good game plan by Bugsy to get the win. We'll see if he does. I would think so, right, Bane? I mean, you got a lot of takedowns. You got the rock, and there we go. We don't get to hear the decision, but see the decision. There it is, Bugsy getting the dub.
And big disparity in the statistics. 140 strikes landed for Bugsy. About 47 landed for AJ's KB King. Have to think a lot of that control time played into the issues with racking up volume. You know, when it goes to the judges' scorecard, we know the system in UFC 4 is difficult. It's kind of tricky to predict what's going to happen. But if you have the control time, you're peppering with those strikes, and the statistics are just way more in your favor, odds are, Rob, it's probably going to go to you.
I would think so. I would say that makes a lot of sense there, Bane. If you got more punches, you did a little bit more damage, you got more takedowns, more control. Looks like the judges are going to score the fight in your favor, and a big win for Bugsy over AJ's King. And what a way to start off the fight. The fight card.
Good debut from both competitors. Yeah, Bugsy now 1-0 undefeated. AJ's KB King going to take that 0-1 and have to go back to the workshop for it. Next up, we've got Louis versus an Elite King member, EK Warbzy. We'll say Louis making some interesting statements right here. He's in it for the glory. He's expecting a competitive fight, right? But he thinks he's going to win convincingly at 185, though. Anything can happen, Rob.
And that's right. Anything can happen, especially in a game like UFC. You got to be careful. But EK Warbzy, also 0-0 like Lou, his goals are to improve on all aspects of the game and compete and have fun and he's going to come out patient. He's been grinding since UFC 3. This guy's experienced, and he wants to showcase his skills. And, Bane, we must mention he's training with the EK Elite Kings camp, and they have some great grappling and a great camp over there. So dangerous fighters come from there.
Marvin, the Italian Dream, Vittori in the red gloves. You can see Robert the Reaper Whitaker in the blue. Green trunks for Vittori, black for the former 185 champion.
Yeah, and this is going to be a good matchup. You know, Vittori is pretty good against Whitaker. He's got fast punches, great ground game, and Whitaker is just bringing that power and that speed. So Warbzy and Anakin, this is going to be a good one. There's that first shot.
You can see unsuccessful with the takedown. Whitaker has all of the advantages on the feet right there. Big head kick, partially blocked, though. Vittori's got to keep that guard high.
Yeah, definitely. If he would have ate that kick, it would have not been good. Even you saw the impact. Even though he blocked it, it just almost broke his jaw.
Good knees from Vittori. Now you can see there's the takedown. Judo throw gets the Reaper to the mat. 3 minutes and 30 seconds with which to work, Rob.
And this is a great position to be in if you're Anakin. Early in the round, he's got so many options. See if he's going to be able to deny this first attempt. And no, unable to, but still in control. And let's see if he denies this one. No.
Sprawl for the Reaper. Now Vittori transitioning around to the back. We'll say 4-star guillotines and 4-star orthodox chokes for the Italian Dream. Those could play into effect if he wants to try to get the tap out.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And right now, just lands a couple of good shots. Still maintain that backside position. And, ooh, Bane, you see that? That was a great deny right there. Controlling Anakin is on fire.
Big posture up right here. Anakin now delivering some ground and pound straight from Italy. I have to think the pepperoni's tasted good on that.
Man, he is seasoning his opponent right now with these shots.
I think the one, what's the commentator who says Mamma Mia all the time in Bellator, I believe? Is that Goldberg or who is that? Morrow.
Your memory. Hell yeah. On point, Bane. On point. But you know what else is on point, Bane? Is Anakin's control. Look at this guy. Goes into the full mount. He has not let his opponent up once. He's unable to get that denied. But, woo, Bane, this guy is on top of his game right now.
You know, and when you think about Whitaker's wrestling experience, right, 5-star wrestle get-ups, you're just not seeing it, right? Like you mentioned, the control, the dominance, seeing what EK Warbzy wants to do before he does it. I mean, this is a big showing right here from Anakin.
Yeah, it really is. And he's gotten some clutch denies and again, and this is not good. This is going to take away a little bit of that confidence of Warbzy. Oh, here we go. Kimura. Uh-oh. Bane, take it away.
We'll say 20 seconds left. Don't think that he's going to be able to tap him out, but this is a great opportunity for Anakin to start downloading data, see the reactions, gauge what Warbzy does in these positions. First round is complete, but I mean, man, talk about a performance from Marvin Vittori, Rob.
Oh, man, this is exactly the kind of round that you want, especially against a Robert Whitaker player. Get him to the ground early, control them, let them know that you can flick and counter their positions to try to escape. And then what? At the end, let me just see what your submission defense is like. Beautiful, perfect round for the Anakin Skywalker.
Have to think maybe those Jedi senses playing into effect, because really, yeah, putting it all together. And you know, when you think about it, if you're Robert Whitaker, you're now dealing with the control, but now you're also thinking, man, I've got to watch out for the subs. I've got to deal with these different factors. I'm expecting some urgency from the Elite King member.
Oh, dang, that straight lead uppercut just clipped him and right back down into side control. And that takedown right there is very hard to deny, Bane. You have to hold L2, R2, and hold towards with the left stick. A little bit different. It's hard to gauge the turn, but man, Anakin, just another beautiful way to start out a round.
Brawl position for Whitaker. Reaper now holding on to the hand of Vittori. Italian Dream sinks him back to the mat, denies that one. EK Warbs, you have to imagine he's probably got his corner in his ear, trying to give him the tools, the keys to success to get back up, but it's just not working through 8 minutes.
It is not working, no way. He's trying to utilize some fakes right now, but Anakin makes the read again, uses the grapple advantage to advance position after that deny, and man, he is looking good with Vittori right now.
Good denial, though, from EK Warbzy, right? Stop the side control. Now can he pop up? No, he can't. Vettori just sees it. He's just too quick now on top. Mount Italian Dream. Nightmare for the Reaper.
Oh, he gets up, though. Anakin unable to hold him down, and that's huge for Warbzy. Now he needs to focus and needs to let those hands go, but he can't get rocked like he did earlier. He's got to watch out because Anakin's bringing some good striking to the game as well.
And you can see EK Warbzy being a bit cautious on the feet. He is wary of the takedown threat. Big slip opportunity. Misses, but so close. If one of these Whitaker hands lands, you know that Anakin might be snoozed. And takedown attempt right there. Level change completed for the red corner.
Yeah, Whitaker hits so hard. He's such a good pick. He's so fast. But you know what? He's not good at being on his back. And that's what Anakin is doing time and time again. We're seeing him in side control. We're seeing him in these positions. And, you know, this fight is, the time is ticking. And these rounds are being scored for Anakin right now. And another denial. This guy's got some great top game.
You know, it's interesting that Anakin stated that. Oh, that was it almost right there.
What were you saying, Bane?
I was going to say, it's interesting that Anakin said that he's expecting a competitive fight. I don't know about you, Rob, but this has not looked remotely competitive through 9 minutes. I mean, it's all been Marvin Vettori.
Yeah, and Anakin's making a statement right now because he's fighting an elite king fighter, you know, and whenever you can fight someone from a camp as well known as like elite kings, it's a big moment. It's a big dub, and Anakin's proving that he can hang with some of the best players, you know, in the game, and he's doing it his way, and he's doing it amazingly. I mean, this guy is performing extraordinarily well right now.
You know, we'll say EK Warbzy, right? Maybe newer to the Elite King scene. Unsure how long he's been a part of that camp, but this is good experience for him, right? Being in there with someone who's controlling you when you're under the bright lights and you're not having success. These are constructive opportunities. I anticipate that a camp as good as EK will help Warbzy build from this. I mean, there's still a round left. There's still 5 minutes with which to decide the victor. EK Warbzy can still make it happen. But I mean, you know, in the event that he doesn't get the job done here, a lot of learning moments for the EK incumbent.
No doubt, being in there and getting that fight under your belt and getting the experience with commentators and viewers at home, it's definitely a different experience. And that EK camp does have great grappling, so he will come back stronger next time. But yeah, this fight's not over yet. We still have one more round. It's a great point. He may be able to make something happen. He just has not. There's been nothing really that EK has done. You know, it's been a perfect fight for Anakin so far.
You can see the confidence on Warbzy does not seem to be there. A lot of single shots, not chaining things. Oh, big! Slipped straight into a head kick. Beautiful work right there from Whitaker.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. He needs more of that. He needs to catch Anakin coming in with something big, an uppercut, a front kick. He's got to watch out. He cannot be taken down again. Here comes the shot. This time he's able to defend it. That's really good stuff from Warbzy. That's what he needs with the knees and the uppercuts. He needs to go crazy right now, Bane.
It's do or die for
Yes,
EK
sir.
Warbzy. 3 minutes to determine who gets it done at 185. You can see Warbzy maybe coming alive a little bit more after the success of that combination earlier, but Vettori clinching up like a demon on the inside. Denied from Warbzy, though.
And that was another good deny. Warbzy's looking good with his takedown defense, but Anakin, you could tell he knows he has 2 rounds in the bag. He's playing patient, playing on the outside. He's going to try to wait for Warbzy to make a mistake, catch him, make him pay, and go for that takedown. And so far, so good for Anakin. Nice footwork as well.
Oh, shooting for the ankle. Vettori gets it done. Dumps the former 185 champion on the back. 2 minutes and 30 seconds now to remain. And you have to think this could be it. The Italian Dream able to keep him down right there.
Sick flick right there. Even though he was against the cage, that's a hard one to get because you get an advantage when you're against the cage like that. But, and then he denies that. Bane, this guy, Anakin is, man, he's looking good on top. And he's rocking him.
Sick flick. The guy is quick, man, behind the sticks. Anakin
Yes, sir.
doing the work tonight at 185. 1 minute and 40 seconds remain, and the Italian Dream has just impressed greatly, right? Each guy debuting. I'm anticipating Vettori to go 1-0. EK Warbs, unfortunately, likely going to catch an L in his debut. But, I mean, when he's on the feet, he's doing some decent work. He's got some great combinations. It's just about kind of building it all together.
Right, he did have some good little head kick combinations after the straight. He just wasn't able to keep Anakin off of him. And Anakin, when he does get him to the ground, he's able to get a lot of denies and able to control him. Right here, let's see if he gets the deny. Nope, to sprawl. And then look at that, just moves perfectly right into backside. He's flowing here.
And, you know, for EK Warbzy, right, that's a move that Anakin had done several times. That transition to backside has been...
Oh, bang!
Oh my
Clipped him.
gosh!
Warbzy had no stamina left, and Anakin realized it and just fired that lead uppercut, Bane, and just clipped him.
Wow. Oh, once again, Whitaker somehow survives through 15 minutes. EK Warbzy almost out at the conclusion of that one, but these 3 rounds of 185 likely going to the debuting Anakin.
Yeah, absolute perfect performance from Anakin. Perfect takedowns, perfect wrestling, heavy top game. And then when he needed to strike, he did. And in that 3rd round, he almost took him out. Dominant performance by Anakin. Very impressed with this guy.
And that's what you wanted a debut, right? You want a steamrolling kind of performance. You want a statement made to the rest of,
Hell yeah.
of the promotion. That's something that's going to get the attention of the big boys in the top 10 potentially.
Here we go. And it is Anakin getting that win. Big dub. Big W for Anakin. We'll have to see how his future plays out, but that was extremely impressive, and I'll be keeping an eye out for young Anakin.
You can see ESFL title challenger Bang Bang in the chat. Wow, great fight. Anakin, impressive. That's some high praise from a highly touted competitor, Rob.
No doubt, Bang Bang brings it, and he is such a good fighter. He just comes out and he wrecks his opponent. So to get some notoriety from Bang Bang, guy, I must feel good, Bane. It must feel damn good.
We'll say the next fight that we're going to have contested is about a guy who's trying to get the role back, trying to get back into the ESFL scene. That would be Midwest 23. He's 2-0 currently in IXC. JD 1-2. Hasn't had the best, most consistent results, but, you know, still here, pressure fighter, and he wants to have a war, Rob.
And we're with Peter Yan versus Rob Font. So this is the ingredients for a great war, because Rob Font's going to bring those 71-inch arms, the boxing, the speed, but Peter Yan, he's a tank. He's got that force of nature perk. You do more damage to your opponent, you take less damage yourself. And it looks like Slickster picked up Rob Font, Midwest picked up Peter Yan, and this is going to be a good fight here.
And one of the most dangerous things about Piotr Yan is that 5-star straight. I mean, the right hand of Yan spells trouble anytime it connects. Again, 95 punch power and speed. No mercy is a task and a half when it comes to the striking department. We'll see if the New England Cartel member has the answers tonight.
Wow. Is he actually part of the cartel?
Well, I think that's what they call themselves over in.
Oh, sick. That's what I'm talking about. UFC fighter and a gangster. Here we go. We'll see if Midwest can utilize that mentality against Slickster. And with Rob Font, you don't want to really, trade too much with Yan. You want to keep him at a distance. Use your leg kicks. Use your front leg kick or your front kick to the face. And right now, he's kind of staying in the pocket a lot. We'll see how that plays out.
One thing that I got to mention about Midwest 23 is he is, in fact, the owner of the International Xbox Championship. And again, the former Esports competitor, 1-1 in the ESFL. So, I mean, this is the boss man himself inside the octagon.
The boss man strapping up. It reminds me of when Dana was going to fight Tito way back when. And Tito, punked out a little bit. But, wow, this is props to Midwest. Okay, let's go.
And you can see each time that Midwest is trading in the pocket, he is landing with some serious significance. Slickster's 7, a little bit slower to the punch. Great switch kick right there to the midsection.
Yeah, Midwest he's not really using the range of Rob Font as well.
Oh!
That's what's going to happen when you trade with Mr. Yan. Midwest throwing bombs. Slickster able to get out of the way of one of them, but wow, he needs to be careful.
Offensive cognizance from Midwest, right? Dips to the body when he stuns him upstairs. That's a beautiful maneuver.
Oh, it is a beautiful maneuver. And when you see your opponent, when he sees Slickster, every time he hurts him or gets close, he sees the head movement. Midwest should dig to the body, and that will be probably the end of the fight right there.
You mentioned, of course, right, utilizing Rob Font to the best of the ability of that 5-star boxing combo. Definitely needs that range to start things, then maybe come to the pocket. But Slickster having some success as this fight goes on.
Yeah, you know, Midwest is taking the bait, and he's throwing those punches at the head. Looks like he's head hunting a little bit, and that head move from Slickster is going to tire out Mr. Midwest if Midwest doesn't make that read and addict to that body. So we'll see right now. Slickster surviving.
One interesting note about Slickster is that he's been in IXC for about 2 years, over 700 days of competing under the IXC banner.
Jeez.
That is a lot of time to stay in this.
Oh, clips him. Oh, and then the body kick. Slickster's in big trouble. The straight connects through the block. Ooh,
And
it's
that
not looking good.
straight is a problem inside the pocket. Slickster facing some serious adversity in the final minute of round 1.
Oh, he is. He really is. But it seems like... Oh, but he comes back. Digging into the body. Nice right hook. Here comes Slickster. Has Midwest in all sorts of trouble.
Boss
What a
man
way to
trying
end
to
the
clear the
round.
cobwebs. Talk about a first 5 minutes at 135, Rob.
Oh, that was a lit first round. Back and forth. Changes of momentums. And this fight has just gotten a whole lot more interesting. Very even. Here we go. Round number 2. You got Midwest playing as Peter Jan. Slickster bringing out the Rob Font. Here we go.
I've got a UFC 4 question for you, Rob, real quick.
Sure.
At these outside venues, is that ref just like a random generated character, or is that an actual ref?
That's actually Stitch, the cut man with the contacts.
Oh, fair enough. Good shots right here from Midwest inside the pocket.
Just in case, you know, he does the referee work, and if anyone gets injured, then he's there to patch them up. And
He's quite literally inside the cage in the event that there's a laceration. Might be run right there on that spot.
Oh, man, Midwest is throwing a little bit wild here, but, you know, he's connecting, and Slickster needs to be careful. He needs to keep that block up, stay at range, and he cannot be tagged again. Oh, right hook lands.
I love the volume and the confidence in the eventual connection because look at it, Midwest. Big left hand connects to the chin. Rob Font stumbling backwards. This is just a gradual, you know, pulling away from Midwest. But what I was going to say, right, he sometimes doesn't land the first strike, but the second strike, the third strike, the fourth strike, those are the ones that connects. And you can see typically the ends of his combinations are where the magic happens.
For sure, yeah, he's clipping him with like the third shot, the second shot. Yeah, exactly. The extended combinations. He's throwing like a freaking heathen right now, and Slickster is just trying to use that head movement to get out of the way, but he keeps getting caught from that sheer ferocity and volume from Midwest, who's letting it fly right now.
This fight's taking place largely on the feet. Don't think we've seen a takedown or anything going to the mat. Each guy is 4-star grab.
Bink. Here it is, Bane. Could be it. Nice frames.
Wow, Rob Font. TKO, 2 minutes and 2 seconds remain. Those were not needed. Piotr No Mercy Jan with the boss man himself, Midwest behind the sticks. I mean, 3-0 now in his own promotion this season. Talk about a statement.
Yeah, that was a great performance. Really let his hands go. Slickster was trying to come in on that pocket and trade with Mr. Rob Font, and he paid with his life in there. I mean, huge shot. And like you said earlier, Bane, I mean, it was the volume, the 3-punch, 4-punch stringing combinations, the ferocity, the monstrosity. Dana, Midwest, 2-3.
You know, I'm not sure about you, Rob, but I'm pretty hesitant to put any stock in Stitch, the cut man / referee's ability to ref fights. He was nowhere near them in that finishing sequence. He let Font take some serious unanswered shots.
Yeah, but you know, that's the point. If you let the fighters take more damage, then you get to get more hours because you have more things to do. So
That's
I totally
true.
understand how he refs.
Just playing both sides of the coin and talking about both sides of the coin. Next fight up is between two not ranked fighters, both making their debut, M-Town and Crazy Dragon. M-Town wants to become the ESFL champion one day. Once again, we've talked about how high of a bar that is, but he recognizes that that is a long road. We'll say veteran of the game usually finishes in top 30 on ranked, Rob.
Yo, if he wants to be the ESFL champion someday, this is where he needs to take that first step, and he needs to take out this guy, Crazy Dragon. Both guys 0-0. And Crazy Dragon wants to come out aggressive. He's usually top 5 in his division when he's ranking and he's active. And he's been in this league for over a year, and he's ready to go. And He's ready to shut down MTAO's dreams right now in front of us, Bane. Let's see what happens.
That's a vicious task, an objective and a half, shutting down the dreams. I mean, Rob, that is.
I know. That's the cold business of virtual fighting, though, you know?
The stakes could not be higher. Down at 135. Rob Fine making a return to the cage so soon. TJ
Kingsman.
Dillashaw now entering. Oh, is he a Kingsman?
Yeah, I saw the logo. I believe that he's a Kingsman. I didn't see which one. I confirmed Kingsman. Okay, here we go. This guy should be well trained. Let's see what he brings to the table here, Bane.
Great respect shown by both competitors. You can see Crazy Dragon in the blue trunks, M-Town in the blue trunks as well.
Both.
Oh!
This is big. Connects with the lead kick, then the straight. Oh my goodness. Here comes Motown.
We
Or
are
excuse me,
taking a
not
slight,
Crazy Dragon.
slight departure from the outside venue. Looks like we're back inside the UFC's octagon. Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this. TJ gets the takedown. We'll think the offensive wrestling and grappling of the former bantamweight champion is a necessary to counter the power that Rob Font brings.
Exactly. Especially when you got kicked right in the face and rocked in the opening moments of the round. This is where you want to be in. Already in full mount. Motown's ground game looking smooth with Mr. TJ Dillashaw.
We'll say one thing about Dillashaw we have to always mention is the footwork, the head movement, the switch stance. I mean, in terms of ability to laterally encircle out and just be a demon to deal with and get timing down on, TJ's the guy. But that head kick immediately, right? That's going to cause some problems if you are TJ, because now you're thinking, man, I have all this footwork, but I still got caught right at the beginning.
And you don't want to get caught by big shots like that. So he needs to just, focus and still remember that he does have all those abilities to get out of the way. And it's all good if you got hit early. But this ground game is great. Look at that D9 right there. Keeping him down. He's going to posture up and roll over to side control and land a nice little sharp elbow. So far, he's controlling him. And another deny.
On the ground, Dillashaw, 4-star wrestling get-ups, transitions, reversals, and sweeps.
Yep.
Pretty high rating in terms of that wrestling department, Rob.
For sure, and he's utilizing all those right now. And mid M-Town is just, man, this is great. This is great work from him right now. So many D9s, Bane, and he's crazy stuck right now.
I have to think Kingsman. I mean, they're a newer camp to the scene, but boy, they've made waves in the time that they've been here. Crucifix for Dillashaw.
Yeah, he's training with Kingsman, Adjust, Intro, and those guys
Caliber, Noetta. I mean, some serious guys in that camp.
Yeah, that's a very up-and-coming camp with a lot of dangerous fighters. So M-Town's been getting rounds with those guys. You could tell it's been paying off because Crazy Dragon is in Crucifix right now, just eating vicious elbows.
You can see the head snapping back of Rob Font, which each of those Dillashaw elbows, the Dillabos, as they say, 30 seconds remain in round one.
The Dillabos are eradicating the head health right now, and they are sharper than a razor blade that I use to shave my sideburns, Bane.
Sideburns are looking good today, Rob. I'll tell you what. We'll say 93 chin for Font, so he can wear the damage decently well. 92 recovery, though. So in terms of maybe trying to get some of that head health back, I mean, I don't know. It's tough.
Definitely tough to get head health back, depending on the recovery stat. But he did. Crazy Dragon had a great opening round, but this time it's M-Town striking first blood in the first round, clipping him and taking him down again. This is terrible if you're Crazy Dragon.
And that was beautiful head movement by Dillashaw. Avoids the strikes of Font and counters with a perfect check left hook. Rob Font seeing stars momentarily now on his back. Posture up for Dillashaw.
Yeah, on top, just landing some bombs right now. And this is what he was doing the whole first round, Bane. And this time though, a little bit of an adjustment. That's good stuff. He sweeps him.
Rob Font now trying to posture up, denied from Dillashaw. You can see the right hand on the back of the head, controlling where and when Rob Font does anything. Now back taken for Dillashaw.
On that back, but he rolls him over. Crazy Dragon now on top. We'll see what kind of game he brings. He's gonna go ahead and stack him and attack him. This is what he needs to do. Good stuff.
Oh,
good shots.
Good work from the Kingsman to deny a lot of that. Oh, De La Hiva trip now back to the feed for the former champ, Rob Font. Didn't anticipate that one, Crazy Dragon. The head health still a little bit low, Rob.
For sure. He needs to be careful. Ooh, he can't get clipped. He's going to have good defense, but he's coming in right now, trying to get that spinning back fist. Oh, lands a nice little body shot right there. But that lead hook, he's got to be careful for it. That's what clipped him earlier.
Loving the speed of when TJ throws, right? Shots just come so fast.
Yeah, they do. They are accurate, they are quick, and they are laser beam accurate.
We'll say that's the left hook once again.
Dang,
and again.
Dang. Did you see that? Oh, man, they're starting to heat up a little bit here.
We'll say, right, Crazy Dragons utilized a few spinning maneuvers that I'm not entirely, I wouldn't necessarily advise them. Haven't really worked out for him. In fact, he's been countered both times. I mean, how do you set up spinning strikes, Rob?
You know, you got to catch and condition your opponent to move their head, maybe with a 1-2. And oh, my goodness. Like, speaking of moving your head, maybe Crazy Dragon needs to, because he is getting absolutely clipped right now. On top is M-Town after a vicious combination.
60 seconds remain in this second round at 135. Rob Font struggling with the pressure of Dillashaw. And you can see the intelligence, right? Stuns Rob Font, then goes for the level change, gets the takedown. Phenomenal work from the Kingsman through 10 minutes.
Yeah, just showing his skills, showcasing his abilities. And, man, his top game's looking good. Posturing up here. Here comes some big shots, and Crazy's trying to defend himself, but these are coming in. He's just holding R2, and that block is getting pulverized.
Now we're talking about a situation where Rob Font could potentially be down 2 rounds. Crazy Dragon needs to make something happen in this third. What are the adjustments, Rob, do you think that he needs to make?
You know, Crazy Dragon needs to just come out, defend himself, and, you know, throw with reckless abandon. Balian. Balian Pain. Every time we commentate, I always call you Balian.
Balian, I know. I should check. I got to do some rebranding just so.
Cracks him right there, Bane.
Herb Dean taking a
Good
close
shots.
look at this one. Crazy Dragon on the floor within the first minute. I mean, this is just not what you want if you're in the red corner.
And you asked me earlier, what do I think Crazy Dragon should do? Not this, Bane.
It's hard to do much else with the pressure of the Kingsman. I mean, this has been a just suffocating performance. M-Town's finest acts. I mean, talk about finest tonight.
Oh man, just fine as heck right now. And Motown, the finesse, his control, another deny right there, and the head health on Crazy Dragon. Can't take much more of these elbows. And another one, Bane. Look at this. He's gonna use that to get a crucifix, but luckily he's able to deny it. Oh.
We'll say the Kingsman says, you know, technical striker, good takedown defense, adapts to the fight. I will say next time we get a scatter break, got to add great takedowns as well. Now an arm triangle potentially slapped in for the Kingsman. You can see escape bar rapidly increasing though.
Yeah, looks like he's going to be okay here. But look at this. M-Town's starting to download it, and it looks like he's going to concede the fight.
Oh!
What is he doing? I don't understand.
Crazy Dragon.
He just left it there.
He gave up. He quit.
Did he? But now he's trying to defend himself. It's so interesting. All right, there
Wow.
it is.
Rob Font, unfortunately forced to tap out. Herb Dean calls the fight. TJ Dillashaw with an absolutely impressive performance through 3 rounds. I mean, the Kingsman showed up and showed out at 135, Rob.
Their prospect, M-Town, really showcased his striking, his grappling, and his ability to stay mentally strong, and he took out that Rob Font player. Crazy Dragon unable to, you know, he did have some success. We saw him early in round number 1. He had that good head kick, straight combination, but then after that, Motown locked in and locked down the dub, and a big win and a beautiful performance for M-Town. Kingsman will be proud.
Talk about displaying all aspects of the game. You know, when you're Motown and you're finding success on the feet, but then now you're finishing with a submission. It shows that you're well-rounded, you're well-versed in all aspects of the game. And, you know, he says he adapts to fights. That's pretty adapting, if I say so myself, Rob.
Yeah, he definitely adapted very well after getting rocked, faced a little adversity, Bane, and then was able to let his instincts flow, his training rituals shine, and whoo, we got a little prospect right there, Bane.
Now, talking about prospects, these next two competitors truly are no names on the scene. Maddie D is ranked currently 0-0 this season. Tabarik is the 8th ranked player, 4-1. You can see Maddie D saying that he's here to showcase his skills against the best competition, fights wherever it goes, comfortable in all aspects of mixed martial arts, and he is currently the #1 featherweight contender, I believe, at one point in time. Unsure if that's current.
Ooh, wow.
But I mean, hey, look, Maddie D's a phenomenal player.
He is. He's definitely good, and he's going to bring a vicious game plan. But, Bane, look at this. Ranked 8 right now in the IXC. 4-1. This guy is experienced, and he wants to make himself known, and he's well-rounded, and he says he's a veteran, and he says, I'm a grappler and a striker, and I put my combinations well. I can play anywhere. Orthodox, southpaw, it doesn't matter, and I'm going to kick Maddie's ass.
Getting a repeat of the last fight, Rob Font and TJ Dillashaw once again gracing the octagon. Maddie D in the white trunks, Tabarik in the white trunks as well. Can we get different trunks for these guys?
Yeah, they've all just, it's like they've gone shopping together and they're buying matching shorts. It's cute, man. It's real cute.
Tabarik, little touch to the midsection right there, like that right hand downstairs.
Yeah, that right hand downstairs is gonna do work and pay dividends later if he keeps landing it, Bane.
Maddie D has contested with the best at the highest of the stage. What a combination from Rob Font. That was electric.
That was electric, and he needs more of that. Ooh, looks like Maddie D's starting out real. Oh, that block is getting low.
Oh.
Maddie D looking smooth out there early.
Great slip right there, though, from Tabarik. That's what he needs to do. Head movement. When your opponent is throwing these straight shots, you just have to glide out of the way. Big offense from Maddie D. Level change from Dillashaw.
And that was huge because it looked like Tabarik did not know what he was going to do with that striking onslaught that Font, Mr. Maddie D, was putting on. But that takedown changes things. Let's see what kind of ground game he got. Ooh, slides right into full mount. And very good stuff so far from Tab.
Posture up right here. This is bad news for Maddie D, who was really controlling the first several minutes of this fight.
For sure, Bane. And Tab is in the half guard position and looks like he's gonna just try to gain that grapple advantage, maybe go to full mount, but no, it's actually Maddie D making the first play back into a little bit more of a safer spot here at full guard.
We'll say Maddie D was in the ESFL a while ago, but took a long break from the game. Now he feels he's made some improvements, and he's coming back a lot better than he was.
And yeah, Maddie D, if this is the Maddie D that I remember, is this the Maddie D that used to compete, veteran Maddie D? Or was that Maddie Ice? I think I'm getting confused here, but yeah, if Maddie D used to be in the ESFL, he's gonna bring a lot of experience here, and Tab needs to be careful because he initiated this takedown, Bane, but now look at, it's Maddie D on top, so he's able to use his jiu-jitsu and regain position, Bane, and that's important. Real important. And
that's the experience announcing itself of Maddie D, right? Having the wherewithal to hit the reversal and get into this full guard and now to deliver some strikes. I mean, when you talk about control time, that's very important in a round that was closely contested.
Very important indeed. And Maddie still just trying to, I guess, hang out here a little bit. The round is going to come to a close. But, you know, the striking in that first round, that's the story of this fight so far. He really put on the pressure with the long arms of Rob Font. You see it right there, using that long straight, that lead hook. And you didn't really see Tab really using any, like, head movement. So he was just getting that block broken. He's got to get out of that center line. He cannot just stand there and hold R2, because this is what's going to happen right here. He's just going to get demolished.
TJ Dillashaw traditionally has somewhat weaker legs in the game. 91 is the rating. If I'm Tabarik, maybe switch it up, right? Stay at range and throw those kicks downstairs.
That would be smart because the kicking range is much better than the punching range because TJ's arms are a little bit shorter than Rob fought, and Maddie D's just in charge of this boxing. So I would say so, Bane. Good points. Ooh, good teep there. Oh, he got clipped. He's got to be careful staying in range like that. Woo!
Ooh, big lead
you
overhand.
see that?
Tabarik swinging with massive power in round 2.
Yeah, that straight overhand combo is very nasty. Love to see it.
Oh!
My goodness.
Wow!
Oh,
Big straight
man.
from Rob Font.
Oh, straight
This
down
could
the
be it.
pipe. This could be it. Oh, it is.
Wow. TJ
Man.
Dillashaw succumbs to the power and pressure of Maddie D. What a return for the veteran.
Yeah, Maddie D looks real dangerous. His striking looks great. Range management, just he looks like a killer out there. And Tab just really had no answers for him besides that early takedown. And Maddie even showed his ability to get from the bottom and get back on top. You know, Maddie D is on fire. He's good.
Back in a big way, Rob, is what I would say. And, you know,
Yeah.
I love the finishing instinct that he displayed. Not only can he knock you down, but that ground and pound was incredibly selective and strategic. You could see Tabarik, another veteran of the scene, doing good work, doing the right things, hypothetically, to frame and block and use the movement. But, I mean, Maddie D was just aware anywhere that head goes, there's a strike right to it. Beautiful performance from Maddie D.
Exactly, and his head health was so low from all those strikes he ate earlier in that fight, so it was really hard. He had to play that perfectly, and the ferocity and the viciousness of that grounding game and the experience of Maddie D, and that's a 4-1 Tabarik there, Bane. So he took out a very experienced winning opponent, ranked number 8 in his debut, and that is very impressive.
Talking about very impressive, we could potentially have a big upset in our next fight. The number 13 ranked Mystic Mac 1-0 in the IXC takes on the number 5 contender Dovah 3-0. Now both of these guys have a lot of history. They were in Agro, which is another cap league on the scene. I myself was in Canada, so there is a lot of history between these two competitors.
Is there, okay, talk about that history. What kind of history do they have? Are they teammates? Are they friends? What's
Teammates,
going on
good
there?
friends, right? No bad blood at all between these two. Dovah, one of the nicest guys in the world. So much sparring that we do, hanging out in the
wow.
Discord, calling. So a lot of love between them. But you kind of have to put that aside to some extent, Rob. When you step into the octagon, there is a job to do. Let's see who gets to keep their undefeated record.
Yeah, ranked 13th, Mystic Mac versus ranked 5, Dovah. Dovah 3-0. Mystic Mac 1-0, and here we go. It looks like we got Yair Rodriguez for Dovah and Brian Ortega for Mystic Mac, and that was a great fight, wasn't it, yesterday, Bane?
Oh, it was a phenomenal one. But I love seeing El Pantera back in the octagon. Rodriguez, absent from the competitive scene for so long. We'll think that November 13th he does make the return. Maybe. It's a shot to the midsection right there. Mystic Mac on the outside. Interesting that he hasn't shot for a takedown yet.
Right, this is very interesting because you got Rodriguez, super good kickboxer, fast, vicious, and the longer you stand up with him, the more these things are going to happen. The spinning body kicks, the wild, kickboxing combinations. Brian does have good boxing, but his bread and butter is his grappling and his ability to lock in submission. So definitely look for Mystic Mac to get that takedown, Bane. Couldn't agree with you more.
Love how Dovah is.
Oh,
Mystic
he
Mac.
kicked him.
Know something we don't. Big left hand right there from T-City Ortega. Absolutely announcing himself inside the octagon right here.
Yeah, I mean, landing a head kick on Yair, that's an accomplishment right there. Lands a right
Whoa!
hand uppercut, clips him. So far, the stand-up looking sensational right now.
Rob, sometimes the best takedown is a knockdown.
For sure, and there's another knockdown right there. That's 3 big shots by Mystic Mac. Oh, look at the slip on that strike.
Wow!
Oh, geez, let's go.
Once again, Mystic Mac is the number 13 competitor. Dovah number 5. Will he remain undefeated or can he get it on right here, right now?
This is not looking good for the number 5 ranked fighter, Dovah, because he's already been blasted a few times, and now he's got 2 minutes on the clock, and he's got a dangerous, fresh, confident, interesting He lets him up. What in the world?
Mystic Max says that he's a striker with brutal knockouts, has established...
Speaking of brutal knockouts, bang!
Wow! Talk about timing. T-City Ortega absolutely sleeps El Pantera, Rob.
Holy crap, that was an impressive performance. 3 or 4 rocks early, and right as you said, he's a brutal knockout artist. He doesn't even stay on the ground with Brian Ortega. He said, let's go up, and then just flatlines him with that uppercut. Oh, man. Quite the win. He should be proud of himself. Woo, that was exciting.
Yeah, Rodriguez hit the jab with the right hand. Ortega on the inside with that rear uppercut. Could not be more picture perfect. We'll be seeing that one on a highlight reel for sure. And now Mystic Max steps deep into that division. I mean, you have to think, I'm not sure what the boys in the back do at IXC for the rankings, but number 13 takes down number 5. Had to think Mystic Max going to be number 5.
Dang, hell yeah, bro. That would be sweet. And you got to also think about the fact that two of these competitors is going to be brought up to the Esports Fight League, and with performances like that, that makes a good bargaining ticket to get your name drawn from that hat and brought up to the big leagues, baby. You know what I'm saying, Bane?
Talk about what a nice story that would be. Outside the top 10 one day, now you're getting the call from the ESFL the next. I mean, Mystic Mac, have to pat yourself on the back for that one. But talking about this next fight, though, the co-main event of the evening, we've got the Mac versus Milky Joe, not ranked on both sides, debutants. We'll say IXC states that these are very promising prospects, Rob.
Right, 2 of the most promising prospects that the IXC has so far, based on what I've seen. The skill level in this organization is very good. So excited to see the Mac and Milky Joe, throw down, and let's see what kind of picks they decide to do here. And what about these? Been playing UFC for 10 years, Milky says. Holy smokes. He expects it to be a close fight. And the Mac, he wants to play this on the feet. He knows Milky is a striker, but he wants to beat him where he is the best. So the Mac is looking to put on a show.
We'll say, right, Mac is aware that he's only been in IXC for a couple weeks. He's not very well known, but says that he wants to close that gap and establish himself as one of the best. He says he wants everyone starting off in IXC. Let's see if he can do that right here. Mac in the red trunks, the Milky Joe in the black trunks.
Finally, they're not matching. They decided to, switch their shorts. Thank goodness, huh?
Absolutely. And I love the body work from Mac. I mean, talk about someone who's dedicated to the midsection early, Rob.
And that's very good, because that will pay dividends later, and that will get the opponent to bring their hands down so you can open up some shots to the face. And there's the takedown, but the late denial of the roll. Milky Joe staying on the feet.
Milky Joe, a guy who's aware of what you want to do, saw that ankle pick coming from a mile away. Great leg kick right there from Milky.
And those leg kicks will add up, and you got to be careful. That changes the dynamic of the fight completely if you eat too many. But right now, the space, the distance, a lot of in and out movements. Technical fight so far.
Good cage work from the Mac, controlling that range very well. Anytime that you can see Milky Joe come forward, he's met with a kick, whether it be a teep or a roundhouse. I like what Mac is doing in terms of the space management.
Yeah, it's great. In and out movement, on point. And there it is, the teep kick. And both guys are looking for the body, but Mac is attacking the body with combinations. Oh, he's starting to let it flow. He's starting to let it fly. Oh!
You could see somebody's busted open. Blood on the chest of Milky Joe. Blood on the right arm of Mac.
Yeah, that is vicious stuff, and that's because Mac is throwing vicious combinations, and Milky Joe is kind of just on the defense because the Mac is just annihilating him with these beautifully placed combinations.
My favorite nation's a combination. Milky Joe taking photos. Big overhand, though. Now you can see he's really loading up on his strikes. Maybe he's getting frustrated. He's kind of losing the game plan and now just wants to go with all aggression. Good connection right there from Milky Joe.
Yeah, Milky Joe starting to defend himself and find his rhythm a little bit in this fight, too. You saw some connections. There's another connection right there. He's starting to fire down, and Mac's got to be careful because that block is getting blasted.
We'll say, right, you have to earn your opponent's respect. You have to give them something to be concerned about. Through 4 minutes, it was mostly Mac with all the offense in this fight. Big head kick right there, but Milky Joe trying to fire back.
And Milky Joe is doing a great job for making the read that Mac is attacking that body with that body kick in that combination. He's blocking a lot of it and then block countering with some good shots. And whenever you block counter Bane, it speeds up the shot and it's a more powerful shot, so look for that.
Talk about a fastball for sure. 15 seconds remain. Have to think Mac content with his performance through 5 minutes. I mean, he's doing all the right things, right? The combinations are looking crisp. I love the stance switching. He's given Milky Joe way too much to think about. He's overloading him, but you can see the striking numbers are about the same. 20 significant strikes apiece, 5 strike differential overall.
Yeah, you know, Mac really started that fight strong, but it looks like Milky Joe has made some adjustments towards the latter part of that first round. And I think that the momentum is in his favor right now, but we'll find out.
Does catch one coming in. Big rear uppercut.
Oh, he's starting to catch him. He's starting to make those reads. He's starting to clip him. Milky Joe starting to find his rhythm.
Milky Joe, right? You could see the first couple minutes fighting off the back foot's definitely a challenge, not where any fighter wants to be, but Milky Joe is adjusting and adapting. Total strikes landed 52 for Mac, 51 for Milky Joe. Just added a couple more to the books right there, Rob.
Yeah, super even fight. Mac is the one putting on the pressure, and this is just a good war of attrition here. Nice little sidestep. They're letting it go, but there's the body kick. Oh, and he tags him again. Body overhand. Oh, my goodness. He's throwing a kill.
Milky Joe with the most significant moment of the fight so far and slams one downstairs to the leg. I mean, Milky Joe is absolutely belonging in this co-main event, but he gets knocked down for his troubles.
He overthrew a little bit. He had low stamina, and then he ate an uppercut. I'm surprised he's still in this plane of existence, but he does have Peter Yan, who does have a good chin. Milky Joe gets starched right there.
No mercy on both sides. Great leg kick right there from Milky Joe. Now, he's the one that has the center of the octagon. I'm looking forward to seeing what Mac does when he's not the aggressor, right? When he's the one that has to deal with the pressure. Circling out really good. You can see he wants to take back the center of the octagon, but Milky Joe's just not letting him, Rob.
Nah, Milky Joe is on fire right now. You can tell he's starting to get confidence. He wants to get that back, that knockdown he suffered. 2 minutes. These guys are at a crazy pace, though. Oh, he gets rocked by Mac. Here comes the response, but oh, these guys are throwing down. Oh, bang! Jeez.
Milky Joe went out swinging. Talk about an animal. The Mac 17 silences the Milkster with a beautiful right hand. We talked earlier about Piotr No Mercy Jan's right hand, that too, when it comes down the pipe, it comes out quick, comes out powerful, and right there, beautiful, avoids the left hand, sends Milky Joe to sleep. Good night, Milky Joe.
A fantastic duck right hook counter. I mean, that was some beautiful work right there, and that was Milky Joe getting motivated in that later round right there, that second round, and Mac just a devastating little combo right there. That was sick. That was beautiful fight. Very even. Great matchmaking right there. And both of those guys should be proud of themselves for the performance that they put on.
Absolutely. And, you know, digging deeper into some of those adjustments, when Milky Joe was dedicating to those leg kicks, you could see it was giving Mac significant problems. It was something that he was very aware of, and he adjusted the game plan by finishing the fight. I mean, Milky Joe came out in that second round with something to prove. He was fighting his way back in, but Mac got the job done. Beautiful performance. And they say, hey, two promising prospects. To agree with them, but Rob, before we get into the main event of tonight's fight, Bone Doing Work versus AJs The Pug, I think we've got some stuff we've got to announce and go through.
Yeah. All right, let's hear it.
Fight Night Champions. Sunday, we're going to be doing the Fight Night Champions. That's going to be a great event. Looking forward to seeing the graphic for it if we got it. I apologize. I'm unsure who's on it, but Swab Jamie's going to be making an appearance.
Wow. Swab Jamie bringing his UFC prowess and jumping on in and putting on the boxing gloves against, is that Pablo Grips or is Milky Pablo someone else? Oh my goodness. He is one of the best Fight Night champion players I'm getting from the truck, Mr. Bane.
And that's, I mean, Suave Jamie stepping into the squared circle. That is something that you can't miss. We all know Suave Jamie. Prioxis is also on the card that we're hearing. I mean, this is a star-studded cast for a Fight
Damn.
Night Champions card. Man, I'll have to mark my calendars. That's going to be Sunday, the
3rd, October 3rd.
Sunday, October 3rd. Be sure to be there or be square, Rob. I know what my plans are on October the 3rd.
I'm definitely not gonna be square. I'm gonna.
We'll say anything else from the back. Just want to toss it to the boys and see what else we have. I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to announce. ESFL 126 next Saturday. Zayev will not be making a defense. I believe he's taking a short break, waiting to see if there's a clear contender that arises. I mean, this is a great opportunity for all of the boys in the ESFL. Without the champ, right, making a defense, you've got a lot of opportunity. The spotlight is open for the taking. And, I mean, some of these names, Rob, on this card are fantastic.
Oh yeah, I mean, Pursue making his return. You got Death Punch, the eSport tournament winner. There's so many. You got Bang Bang, and then the main event, man, Izzy versus Daniel Freeman. That will be a card. Do not miss it.
Dan Freeman, of course, the calf, true and through. What a guy. I mean, Dan Freeman's been talking a lot of smack to the top members of the ESFL. Let's see if he can back that up in his first main event slotting. I, for one, am absolutely excited for it. But either way, Rob, we still have one last fight on IXC 11. Bone doing work, taking on AJs The Pug for the open weight championship of the IXC.
A big moment here for these two competitors. Yeah, AJ The Pug, and he is ready. He says his fighting style depends on his fighting. He can go anywhere. He's ready. His goals, Bane, are to be, become an ESFL competitor, and this is the perfect stage to do that because two players are going to be brought up. But Bone doing work is also trying to get in the ESFL roster. They're both standing in each other's way, and we're about to find out who wants it more, who's been trading harder, and who in the Esports Fight League.
Dustin the Diamond Poirier on both sides. We're going to be seeing some Louisiana in action. Of course, Bone being a former ESFL competitor, IXC competitor, former primetime competitor. This guy has been there and he has done that. Let's see in the main event if he can capture the belt. Great respect shown by both competitors.
For sure. And here it is. Dustin Poirier mirror match. 5 5-minute rounds. AJ in the blue. Bone doing work in the red. And this is going to be a fantastic exchange. Dustin Poirier has everything you could ever want in a mixed martial artist in Ea Sports UFC 4 to get that W.
Power, speed, durability, well-versed.
Yes.
I mean, we talk about the grappling because it's so underrated. I feel many people who use Poirier stick to the striking, but when it hits the mat, that Louisianan can lock in a choke from anywhere.
No, he's such a good player because if it does go to the ground, you have nice submissions. You've got good ground game. Ooh, but watch out because it looks like it looks like Bone doing work is coming for that right leg. He's already done some damage early, and he's switching stances back and forth. Interesting stuff.
We'll say Dustin Poirier has a decent switch stance at 90, so going orthodox with the traditional southpaw might not be a bad move. Good stick right there from Bone.
Good stick from Bone, and Bone is really targeting those legs, and there was already a good check earlier from AJ, so AJ's aware of it, and it's just different of styles right now. Bone kind of just standing there, measuring, and AJ kind of coming in and out, going in and out, using that footwork.
It seems at range, Bone is having more success. At the pocket, the phone booth, AJ's The Pug is the one that's coming away cleaner in the exchanges. Big stick right there from Bone didn't work, but once again, AJ's The Pug with the hooks on the inside.
Yeah, and definitely a different approach so far. Ooh, but yeah, Bone is just timing AJ very, very well. AJ coming in, trying to get that takedown, but Bone is ready, sprawls brilliantly, defends himself, and back up they go. AJ's relentless, though. He's trying to get... Ooh.
Good work.
Good defense by Bone.
First grappling exchange that we saw. Clinch moment. Big head kick, though, from AJ's The Pug.
That was good. That was what he needs right there. Lands that head kick, follows by a straight. Good combination. But here comes Bone doing work. Now taking the center of the octagon. Look at the distance that Bone is standing. He's just way out there.
Oh. Went for the knee. AJ's The Pug through the teep. connected, big uppercut on the break right there. 1 minute 20 remains in this first of 5 potentially.
Yeah, the range is so interesting right now. It's a long range. I mean, Bone is out there in the orbit trying to snipe him, I believe, with his kicks. And AJ is trying to figure out, what is this guy doing? Trying to use that, footwork to get a response from him, but Bone's standing like a gargoyle out there.
Oh, it's a front kick for it, though. I mean, sometimes being stationary does work, but, you have to be able to deal with the oncoming assault from AJ's The Pug. Good leg kick right there from Bone.
Great leg kick so far. Both of those legs are getting, pieced a little bit. That left leg a little damaged, but so far a very even fight. Not sure who took round number 1. Here comes Bone. And, yeah, there you go. Round number 1 in the books.
Through 5 minutes, absolutely very close contested. You can see highlight right here. Teep kick momentarily knocks down Bone. AJ's The Pug did good work, but I mean, octagon control really was in Bone's favor. I'm interested to see, right? Will he close the distance a little bit more? Now that he's had 5 minutes to feel comfortable with AJ's The Pug. Oh, good shots right there.
Oh, man, that check by AJ is crucial. And that's going to change Bone's game plan because, look, he's just really trying to throw those leg kicks, throw the front kick, and AJ's doing a good job right now.
I'd love to see Bone maybe attempt a head kick right there. Front kick lands to the chin of AJ's The Pug. Feet to teeth, as they say, Rob.
The dentist, baby, the dentist.
You can see total strikes landed 29 for Bone, 25 for AJ's The Pug. Slight disparity with Bone getting the better. Maybe just more, I wouldn't say more efficient. Seems like he's whiffed a number of times, but landing more.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it, but I guess the stats don't lie. Right now, he switched back to ortho. It just seems like AJ's got to watch out for that front kick. That's where he's getting in trouble. He's doing good in the checks, but that front kick keeps landing flush at a perfect range. That's going to damage him heavily if he's not careful. Oh, see that check right there? That left leg is toast, Bane.
Oh! Bone is in trouble right now. Absolutely stunned in the octagon. 2 minutes and 45 seconds. AJ's The Pug with the most significant moment through 8 minutes. Now Bone just standing still.
And I don't know, the strategy from Bone, it just doesn't seem to be working too well. AJ's using a lot more footwork, so Bone's not going to be able to tell when he's coming in. Bone just, like, really standing there, so AJ's really going to be able to make that read. When he moves, he knows something's coming.
That left hook continues to land, find its way over the shoulder, and connecting to the chin of Poirier. The Diamond is feeling it. Bone lands that leg kick, though.
Shine bright like a diamond. Yeah, for real. They're both diamonds, diamonds in the rough. Let's see who comes out.
Once again, stakes could not be higher. This is a championship fight. Somebody gets to walk away with the throne. Be Bone or will it be AJ's? The second round definitely going to AJ's The Pug so far.
For sure, yeah. That left leg on Bone is a little bit toast. And, AJ's left leg also has eaten some damage. And now Bone lands some good stuff. And it's all off the... Oh, but he gets clipped by AJ on the way in.
Bone is diminishing in terms of his success as this fight progresses. AJ's The Pug doing such good work fighting on the outside and coming into the pocket with lethal intentions.
Yeah, he really is relying on the left leg, the leg kick, the front kick. AJ, though, is he hasn't been able to slip one of those yet, but whenever Bone comes in to do some damage, he clips him with a big shot, and AJ has definitely landed the heavier blows throughout this fight. Good combination by AJ again. Round number 2 is over, and he's taunting him a little bit. Maybe a little frustration for Bone. Bane, what do you think?
Essentially, right, the gamesmanship might have arisen because those leg kicks just aren't paying the dividends that he wanted them to, right? Through 2 rounds, he's landed a decent amount of them, but has yet to have a leg health event, yet to have a stun, So if I'm Bone, I'm recognizing, hey, strategies A is not working. I need to go to strategy B.
And that's the key, right? Does he have a strategy B? Because still standing out there on the outside, stationary, and AJ has full stamina right now. I don't know what Bone has, but AJ is a full gas tank.
Good movement, great double jabs into the left hand. Bone doing work in the southpaw stance through the first 30 seconds of round 3. 10 minutes have transpired. AJ's The Pug having the most success in those.
Yeah, he's starting to clip him a little bit with those straights, but again, Bone lands that front kick. That front kick is working, is money right now for Bone work. That front kick is money for Bone work. AJ has to respect that.
The striking numbers have furthered 58 for Bone, 48 for AJ's The Pug. I feels like it's a little closer though. I mean, 10 strikes difference isn't a huge disparity, but feels like AJ's The Pug is landing a little bit more.
Yeah, the strike count is similar. It's just like the power and the damage that these strikes are doing. AJ has clipped him twice in the last round now, rocked him, got a leg health event. And Bone is just trying to stay on the outside, and AJ's really worried about those leg kicks. He has great checking ability, but man, those front kicks are sneaking through over and over again, Bane. He's got to be careful.
Takedown feint right there from Bone doing work. Might be a smart thing, right? Tie up the body of AJ's The Pug, wear on him. Again, the stamina is impeccable for AJ's The Pug through 13 minutes. Surprising that Bone hasn't adjusted and tried any grappling.
Yeah, neither guy's tried any grappling. This is a very peculiar fight. I've never seen two competitors stand at such a far range and fight from this sort of distance. It's interesting though. It's, you know, they're just kicking each other's legs and throwing front kicks, and then when they get on the inside, bang, they just start throwing combos at each other. So far, so good. I like this fight. Interesting stuff.
AJ's The Pug has brought that left leg and put it behind, now in the southpaw stance, sticking to it. We'll say maybe right, just trying to
Slips right into it. And again, AJ is the one that gets the rock, hits him with a bigger shot. Bone has to switch something up here.
Again, the 5-star boxing combinations of Dustin Poirier clearly in full display. AJ's The Pug looking like Sugar Ray Leonard on the inside, Rob.
He is throwing some heat, and he's catching Bone when he is max vulnerable. Caught him leaning with that hook. AJ's striking is looking good, and he's he's doing good against his strategy right now. You know, he's fighting Bone during works his game, fighting at his distance, but, you know, taking him out. Oh, but there it is. The danger of the front kick, Bane. It's crazy. I mean, just absolute terror when that front kick comes. I think we might have lost Bane for a little bit. AJ finally receiving a little bit of a rock. Might be a little wobbled on the way back to his stool.
Potentially.
Oh, there's that right hook. Hey, Bane.
Beautiful work from AJ on the inside.
Welcome
right
back.
through 50. I didn't even know I was gone. Through 15 minutes. I mean, Pug really is the more consistent guy, but big moment for Bone doing work to conclude round 3. We'll say, right, that front kick is having so much success because it looks just like a leg kick when you're throwing it, right? The movement with the hips looks quite similar, so AJ The Pug just doesn't know where to block, and more often than not, it has connected in the chin. Bone doing work, lands one right there.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful points there, Bane, and that is the story of this fight, is Bone doing work, making AJ think about the leg and sneaking in those head kicks. And, you know, AJ just needs to, you know, slip one and it's over, but he's worried about those leg kicks. And, you know, Bone's strategy is paying out here in the later rounds.
Beautiful little stumbling combination. You can see that left leg is blinking. Head health. So a problem for AJ's The Pug. Total strikes landed has increased more. 83 for Bone doing work, 61 for AJ's The Pug. I mean, Bone doing work is running away statistically with the numbers.
He is, and right now he's doing a lot of damage. And oh man, that front kick is flying at him. Yeah, this is a very interesting fourth round right now. AJ's a little bit hesitant, even more so now, because he knows one of those kicks to the left leg or the head, Bane, it could be all over.
And I love what Bone doing work adjusted to do in the pocket, using that high guard push to create the distance. I mean, I love that maneuver. Great way to exit the phone booth.
Yeah, for sure. And tags hooks the right leg. Not good for AJ. Both legs now a little bit compromised. Bone doing work, having a resurgence in this fourth round.
Beautiful. The patience of Bone doing work through 20 minutes. I mean, he has stuck to the game plan, and over time, it has worked, right? It started to you know, the cookie has been cooked in the oven, as they say. It's ready to be eaten.
Exactly, AJ, a chocolate chip cookie, and at first you were like putting your finger in it, and it wasn't all the way done. But now that we're in the 4th round, 20 minutes in the oven, he is starting to look pretty appetizing, and I think Bone is a little bit hungry.
Bone is rubbing the stomach, ready to eat. 90 seconds remain in this 4th round, and now the question though is, right, because he's so patient, because he's waiting and selecting his moments, if this goes to the judges' scorecard, that's where things may get a little tricky.
Yeah, it will get tricky because who won those first 3 rounds? I'm not sure. It was very even. AJ was landing a lot of heavy shots, but definitely this is Bone doing work's round. And we still have a whole 5th round too, so maybe he'll look for the finish right there. If another front kick lands, Bane, it's not going to be good for AJ. I'll tell you that.
Now, the problem that Pug is dealing with is he can't stand and trade in the pocket anymore. With 3 compromised appendages, head, of course, being the most sensitive one. I mean, any combination from Bone will stun him and stumble him.
Oh, just like that one right there, just a little straight, but pull elbow! Big shots!
What a fight, Rob!
Man, that was sick. And AJ still in this fight. He's done a good job at rocking his opponent. That's what he needed. That still probably is Bone doing work's round. But now we're in the 5th and final round, ladies and gentlemen, of the IXC Championship. Bane, are you ready?
I'm ready and excited. This gets to decide who walks away with the throne. Bone doing work or AJ's The Pug. Dustin the Diamond pouring on both sides. Takedown for AJ's The Pug. Finally, we get a level change, Rob.
Yes, and not at a more perfect time because he is, if he gets this round right now, this could be it. But oh my goodness, Bone doing work sneaks to the back, and he's going to go ahead and stand this right back up. What a performance.
Bad news for AJ's The Pug. You can see Bone landing at a 33% clip to the head. AJ's The Pug secures another takedown right in his side control with the Louisianan.
Yeah, he must not have liked what was going on in that 4th round, and this is smart. But here is where you can get up. Oh my goodness, what a fast flick by AJ.
Oh! Bit of a darce potentially.
Oh, this is close. This is very close. AJ showing he's got submission game. Bone doing work, defending well, but man, that blue bar's filling up, Bane. He's being patient. He's following him. This could be it. And it is going to be it, I believe.
Bone doing work, unable to get out of this submission.
The Pug.
Wow.
Man, fantastic. Oh, beautiful submission, Bane. Just extraordinary.
Bone unconscious on the mat. I couldn't entirely see exactly whether that was a guillotine or whether that was a some other choke. But I mean, man, darce choke. Okay, that originally what I thought it was. I saw the arm slinking under the shoulder. I was like, okay, looks like a darce. But I mean, talk about the adjustment. That is what AJ's The Pug needed to do after a tough 4th round. I mean, he faced some serious adversity, had success earlier in this fight, but Bone doing work rallied like a true champion. But unfortunately, the real champion is AJ's The Pug.
Yeah, that submission ability in his back pocket throughout that whole fight, and we didn't even know. Maybe Bone doing work knew. That's why he was so patient. And that 4th round, you could tell the momentum was shifting more in Bone's favor. Landing a lot of those front kicks, those legs on AJ were dead, and still AJ able to be relentless and get that takedown in the 5th round and lock in that darce choke. And that was his first submission of that fight, and to solidify that was very impressive. This guy AJ is dangerous on the feet. He's dangerous dealing with interesting, weird styles. And he is the new champion of the IXC. Congratulations to AJ, and a great performance and a interesting strategy from Bone doing work, and it almost paid off.
It almost did, and you can see he had the edge in strikes almost every round. But the most notable thing that we're looking at with the stats is the judges. It was 38-38 going into the 5th and final round. Really came down to the final 5 minutes. AJ's The Pug, the smarter adjustment, right? He made the correct adjustment. Bone doing work, stuck to his game plan. He was cemented in his strategy, and while it was paying off, right, whenever you mix it up, That is what mixed martial arts is all about. And, you know, AJ's The Pug holds the VFL record for submissions with 11 submission victories. We know that this guy's got some slick jits, and whenever you're with Dustin the Diamond Poirier, it's always a threat when it hits the mat, Rob.
Most definitely. And now hearing that, now I kind of understand more why Bone was so worried about, you know, that takedown, and he was staying at a big distance. He's like, I am not going to the mat at all this fight. And he was throwing a lot of those front kicks on the pipe, maybe trying to catch AJ on the takedown. But yeah, what a win, what a performance, what a card. Just so many good fighters up and coming, and who knows, stay tuned, because there will be 2 people from this card picked for the Esports Fight League. I don't know when they're going to make that decision, but it was nice, you know, calling this fight with you, Bane, as well. And I hope everyone had a great time.
Rob.
Ooh,
Kieran from the back. Anakin and the Kingsman M-Town. KM gets another one on the board. Anakin, welcome to the big show. Talk about a massive moment for those two. Once again, thank you so much. Thank you to all watching. Be sure to tune in to Fight Night Champions, starring Swab Jamie and Bryoxis, taking on some of the best to do it over in the boxing realm. And ESFL 126, Dan the Freeman in the main event. I'll be watching. I hope you are too. I've been the Bane. I'll see you guys next one.